and welcome back to Las Vegas for our coverage of the GAMA Trade Show 2016. I'm Eric Summerer here with Kurt Covert from Smirk Dagger Games.
Hey there.
And this is, as you said, a banner year for you because you don't have one release, you don't have two releases, you have three releases coming up in the next year. Tell us about Dead Last.
Okay, so we're pretty excited about Dead Last. Dead Last is, it expands on what has been, the social deduction phenomenon.
Okay.
Obviously there are now even dedicated rooms at conventions, all about social deduction.
Yes. And those that enjoy that want more.
Exactly.
Please, more
Right.
social deduction.
But up to this point, that's really just kind of a reskin on a theme that they're very similar to play because it's about trying to find out who the trader is. We decided to try to broaden the definition of what social gaming is. So this takes just a step to the left. This is a social collusion game.
Oh.
And by that, I mean that all the players, and it's 6 to 12, so big group,
Okay.
are sitting around the table conspiring and plotting and then voting on who's going to die next at the table.
Okay.
Every round. So everyone is kind of marked by a color, and everyone has the exact same hand of cards. And the voting cards are really just calling out all the different colors of all the players at the table.
Sure.
There are no rules that govern how we conspire, except that you don't want to tip off the target. And so I can just be, trying to do that sort of thing. I can take, someone's color card, and while I'm talking to you, and maybe you're the target, I'm flashing this card to someone else, and it starts going around the table, underneath the table, and so while we're talking, everyone else is now targeting you.
Yeah.
All of that, is kind of part and parcel of the game. You can text someone. It doesn't matter how you communicate.
Yep.
But you don't want to tip off the target because if you do, they have the opportunity to ambush you. So this now, if you think everyone's coming for me, I can say, all right, that's going to be my vote.
That's my target.
Right. So if everyone votes red, then red would normally die. And anyone who didn't vote red also dies.
Oh.
So very quickly.
So you need to come to a consensus for everybody but the target.
That's correct. And it just has to be whoever gets the most votes. So it very quickly goes from 12 people down to 5 people, down to 3 people.
Right.
And either it ends in 0 people still alive, in which case no one collects the gold at the center of the table. 1 person lives, in which case they get 4 pieces of the gold. Or when it gets down to the last 2, there's a prisoner dilemma. There's a final showdown. So we now just say to each other, well, you're going to share this with me, right? But you wouldn't steal, would you?
Of course not.
Right.
No.
So, okay, cool. We're going to share.
Yeah, we're definitely going to share.
And we vote, and I share, and you steal,
And
and then you would get all the gold, I get nothing. Or if you're getting really close, you grab one and go. You're always going to get at least 1 gold, and then the rest goes to the... Right.
Okay.
So this plays very quickly. And of course, every round, there's another 4 gold. So even if you get knocked out and people die fast and furious, you're eliminated in seconds. But 2 minutes later, you're back up, and it's another round of conspiring. This is like every time we do a demo of this game, people are trying to buy the demo, and usually half the table is interested in buying the demo. I was like, wait.
So when can you buy Dead Last?
So this is going to be June. So we'll have it in time for Origins, which we're going to be back to Origins this year.
Excellent.
And so we're really excited. It's going to be only $25.
Not
It's
bad.
got just a whole bunch of cards, and I think it's 162 plus 80 mini cards and plastic stands and all that. So,
all right.
Really excited about this one.
Next up is J'accuse.
So, the best way to describe J'accuse, and let me get a picture of it on here for the camera. La la la. Oh, so pretty. There we go. Okay. J'accuse, think about it as reverse Clue.
Sure.
In that, this is not a game about who done it. We all done it. We all conspired and killed the old miser.
Okay.
And now it's a matter of who's going to have to go down and pay for it. So we are taking the motive, the weapon, and the opportunities that could have led to his death, and we are shoving it we are shoving it around the table. So the butler and the spouse, that all of that evidence is being pushed around the table until finally someone, it gets passed around, but we're going to pass the evidence to the right, to the left, across the table, or it's going to be j'accused on whoever it's in front of. If someone is able to get one of each type against another player, they have lost the game, and everyone else is the winner of the game, having gotten away with murder. So this is one player loses, everyone else wins sort of game.
Yep.
Plays 3 to 6 in about a half hour, 45 minutes, and it's really just the fun of this game is trying to figure out when you want to pass the stuff. Only the investigator actually chooses what pieces of evidence are going to be affected this round. So only one player at the table actually knows what's happening. Everyone's voting to try to figure out, to influence where it's going to go. If the most votes are right, then when we flip over the investigation, in this case it's the opportunity and the weapon that are moving to the right. Or if everyone is throwing down j'accuse, it might only be just the weapon. But only an investigator knows that because they're the one who did that. And that moves around the table all the time.
Okay.
So this is very light, very, kind of quick playing. It's oftentimes a lot of the fun of this is verbally denying how you could have, the trowel. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't even soil my hands with a trowel. That's, beneath my station. So couldn't be me. But
excellent. And j'accuse, we'll see how soon?
That's going to be for August for Gen Con.
Okay.
And that's going to be $19.
And last but not least, for the Poe fans.
Ah, yes.
Nevermore.
So last year, we launched Nevermore, which was our game of, it's a card drafting game. And it featured in it a really cool mechanic, which was player transformation. So if you lose all your health, instead of being eliminated, you transform into a raven.
Okay.
And at this point, we are now bringing in an expansion product that is going to deliver playable characters with special abilities, and they're going to be from the Poe universe. So Professor Feather, Hop Frog, Usher,
the House of Usher.
Yeah, Legia. Each of them are going to have unique abilities for, when they're, your human form, their spectre ability, or if you get turned into a raven, there's a whole new ability.
Interesting.
Now, as a raven player, you really can't win, but you're there trying to doom everyone else and trying to struggle to regain your humanity, so you can come back and win the game at the end. So that's player transformation rather than elimination. And this is not going to change the structure of the game a whole lot, but it's a nice little nuance, a little extra way you can kind of game the mechanics. And it's been going very well with fans of the game.
And what's the name of the expansion?
It's The Spectres of Nevermore.
Okay.
Don't have a package yet for it. That's also going to be in August, and it's going to be about $15, I think. It's also going to feature. Did I bring them? Oh, maybe I didn't bring them. I didn't bring them. It's going to feature 6 clay poker chips that are tokens in the game that replace the cardboard ones that are in the base game.
Okay.
It was a promo item that we did at Gen Con, and people were so excited about them. We just wanted to make them,
available
via
for
the
everybody.
expansion. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Well, Kurt, sounds like a full slate for you.
Indeed, yeah. We're delighted that we're able to bring just more than one title for the first time ever, and we've been doing this for 12 years. So this is big news for us.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks for watching.